Hey, welcome in. I am painting a couple of heads, and I'm going to go back to tying. Got an order, a custom order in. I'm probably going to tie that too in a little bit, but those are the steelhead. Those are the 1/8 ounce. Oh, I need to pull that back out. I need to pull this shrink tubing off. These here are a little bit tougher to paint because the eyelet really sticks out. And so that's why I use the shrink tubing on this and not on the others. Other ones are a lot easier to paint. Hey there, David. Hey there, Catfish and Slayer. So I'll be back to tying here in just a bit. I'm just going to paint a couple of heads. We got to paint some of these Black Widow heads here in a little bit. The Black Widows are not on the website right now, but I went ahead and had somebody order the Mad Shads. I did not have a lot of material for that color as far as chenille, but I'm going to be ordering some this week. Yeah, I do appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Aloha. There we go. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can fix that here. Did I fix it? Yes, I fixed it. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm painting jig heads. I'm going to be back to tying here in just a bit. We're going to get these in the oven. These are the 1/8 ounce steelhead jigs. Right now what I'm doing is I'm smudging the paint on the little cracks. Touch it back up. And they're all ready to go. So we did have the 1/16 ounce steelheads. They are on the site. We're going to be adding the 1/8 ounce. Right now we got the 1/16 ounce steelhead lures. We're going to be adding some new colors too. There we go. One more of these, and we're going to do some 16th and 1/8 ounce Black Widow heads. We got in an order just a little bit ago. So I thought I'm going to knock it out. That way I can get that order out by Monday. Right now we're in the slow time of the year, so it's a good time to order custom lures too. In about 6 weeks, we're going to start getting busy again. Okay, we're going to take this out. We're going to put black in there. Okay, we're gonna this is red glitter flake. It has a clear coat. Make sure I get that loosened up. So I'm going to paint these black, and then we're going to dip them into red flake. Hey there, Clint. Welcome in. Welcome in. There's the black on there. We're going to dip them in the red flake. But it does look really good. I don't know if you see. I don't know if you can see the red flake, but when I tie these up, you'll see the red flake in there. I'll do a close-up when I'm tying them. These are getting double dipped. Now they do look sweet with the red flake in there. They're going to get a black body and a red and black tail. And they'll have red and black flashing on the tail too. So they're going to look really pretty. We're going to do some 1/8 ounce for them too. Here we go again. So these are going to go in the oven here in just a bit. I'm going to go back to tying the 1/32 ounce and finish up the mystery jig box. We only got to do 9 more jigs for that, and we'll have that box complete. And that's not, it's not a order, but right now, but when somebody orders it, it'll be ready to go. There'll be no waiting for 2 weeks or anything like that. We'll have it ready to go. Even when we did custom orders, and we used to do just all custom at one time, and we didn't have that big of a wait on orders. I was able to get them out pretty fast. Okay, one more on the 16th, and we're going to do 6 of the 1/8 ounce, and then we'll be back on the vise. And then by the time we get done tying up those 9 and putting them in the G-box, these will be ready to tie up. Okay, now these are the 1/8 ounce. 1/8 ounce, that's the before. Again, we're going to dip it in the black paint. And that's what it looks like with the black paint. Now we're going to dip it in the red flake. The red flake will have, it'll have red flakes and clear coat in it. If you can ever get flake for powder coating, like the glitter, we have a lot of that in stock. All you got to do is put clear coat in there with it a little bit, and it does pretty good. Yep, welcome in everybody. Yeah, that has black with red flake. That's going to be for the Black Widow jig. We don't have this on the site, and I'm going to order the chenille for it. And once I get it in, we'll probably put the Black Widow on the website. I think the Black Widow will be a really good color. If you guys remember, we stopped off at a tourist, I say touristed, at a historical landmark in Texas. I was using the restroom in a porta potty, and a Black Widow attacked me. They're swatting that Black Widow out, and I ran out of the porta potty. It was just, my wife was laughing. She almost fell down laughing at me. I'm glad I didn't get bit though. Let's see here. It's always just wrench and repeat every time. Simple people. Yep. Hey there, Lou. Welcome back. Yep. Hey there, Alice. Welcome in. I got 2 more of these. Then these are going to go in the oven. They're going to go in the oven. And then we'll get ready to tie some more jigs. And then these here will be ready in about 18, 20 minutes. It is. That's what that looks like. I know it's hard to see. Okay, let's get ready to go to the vise. Put this up. Let's get these in the oven. That's what I just did right there. Okay, let's get this off. Okay, let's get this working. Let's get it worked. Okay, I need me a cup. Hang on. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of key lime pie. Do a bit of key lime pie. Key lime pie. Okay, we're going to need this. Appreciate you guys. He wasn't showing the jig though. What are you talking about? I showed the jig, I thought. I'm gonna open a flying jig. Oh, that sounds good. Yep. We're out in the country. We're out in the middle of nowhere. And for those of you people that do want to open one up, it's always best if you live by water. If you don't live by water, sometimes it's tough to have a fly shop. Okay, I'm looking for a certain color. Let's see if it's in the drawer underneath. Look at that, first color I see. We got the brown denim feathers. Wapsi does not put this color out anymore, but it's a brown denim. Okay, we're gonna he just missed out the spell jig head for paint. He just you just missed the jig head? Yeah, I just painted some, and I'll paint some more if you subscribe. I mean, I'll be doing it, 10 times this week. I'll be doing it at least. It's getting a little bit cooler here in the shop. A little bit cooler. So I went ahead and I mean, we poured a bunch of jig heads this spring because I knew it was going to be hot. It's going to be super hot here in the shop. But now the only time I do a lot of painting and pouring is either in the evening or early in the morning. It's just really hot here midday. Okay. What am I going to do? Okay, we're going to pull out this holographic flash. It is the holographic green pearl. So we're going to go ahead and throw some thread down. We'll lay some thread. What is that there? Celebrated my 7-year chair. Oh, cool, yesterday. Oh, that's awesome. A lot of meals for a lot of people. And I'm extremely tired but grateful. Oh, good. Yeah, send me sometime. I think you sent me an email one time. Send me some pictures of the, I think it's a facility you have. Send me some pictures. I'd like to take a look. What you do is pretty amazing, and you know what you're doing for those people. You know, the rewards are not here on earth. Put it that way. Sometimes I've been in ministry I was in it for 28 years, and again, you know, I wasn't out to seek rewards or anything. It's just I really felt the calling to do it, but what you guys do with what you're working with, I'm not going to get too much into it. It's a pretty cool thing. Have I ever tried tying cross style jigs? Yes, I have. Separated tails? Yes, I have. Like claws? Yep, I sure have. Hey, the Vincenzo. Yep, appreciate you guys all in the chat. Tanika, welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, we got our key lime colored head. We're going to add some pie crust on here. And the pie crust is going to be brown. We got some brown pie crust. Brown pie crust. I don't have any pure white flashing. If I did, I would probably use that for the meringue. But I'm going to go with this holographic green flash that I have here. I'm going to go with 3 strands. It's a little bit on the thin side. It's pretty cool flashing though. This color, to me, it looks more limeish than just a green. So there's the flashing there. Now we're going to go with some more key lime. Ah, well, thank you there, Reed. Appreciate that. We're going to go with a key lime flat, tinsel chenille on here on this. This is for a mystery jig box I'm working on. I decided today, Saturday, I'm going to take it a little bit more. Put it a little more. I'm just going to be a little more easy today. I'm not going to stress out and work super hard. We did do our drawing yesterday, though, guys. We had 3 winners. We had Dalton Odom, We had Clint, and we had, who was that other person? Oklahoma Dirt Outdoors. Oklahoma Dirt Outdoors. Oklahoma Dirt Outdoors has been telling me for weeks, do not add me in on this week's drawing. And so I haven't been. This week he hasn't told me to not include his name. So I went ahead and put his name in there. And so he went ahead and won. And so he was on a really big winning streak for a while. It just seemed like every week he was winning. Him and Albie, Wayman was winning quite a bit. The colors blend in nicely. Ah, thanks, Lou. Yep. We have had the colors in the past. We've had apple pie, we've had cherry pie, jigs. We've done a lot of different lures with kind of like a pie concept. A lot of good colors out there. This chenille too, I'm also looking at bringing this color. This is a lime green tinsel chenille. It is a size 2. It'll work on a 16th ounce. It probably wouldn't work that great on a 1/8 ounce, but it's big enough for a 16th, 32nd. You can even do 1/64 ounce with these. Hey there, Jay, from Russia. Please also tap the heart. Yep, tap the heart. Yep, also tap the heart, guys. Blueberry pie. Blueberries would be good, yep. I do like blueberry pie every so often. Who all likes blueberry pie in the house? Yep, spam up the heart. Man, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys for doing that kind of stuff. That does help out the algorithm. That helps get people in the chat. That is our website right there, everybody. That is the website right there. Thank you there, Lou. We're going to be switching colors here in just a bit. Again, these are 3 of every color. They'll be in the mystery jig box. I only have 2 more colors to do right after this one. $109 watching, 5 likes. Isn't that crazy? We got 28 now. Thank you there, Mr. Clint. Thank you there, Miss Lou. And everybody else in the channel. Value, Anthony. Thanks for coming in, Anthony. I do take custom orders. If you ever want custom orders, go to our website, leave me a comment, or you can send me a message through the website and let me know where you're from, what you're wanting. In most cases, if it's just lures and you live here in the US, a lot of times it's about $6 for shipping. Unless you order like, 8 to 10 packs and even more, it's only $2 more for shipping. But if you do order a rod, it's like $32. We don't charge a whole lot for shipping, but anyway, we do ship all across the US. We do also ship all across the world. This is a sample chenille I got. Hopefully we should be we should be getting this color here. If I do get this color, we're going to get it in a larger size. We're going to go large. Okay, we're going to go with the gold head. We're going to go with an olive thread. I'm going to go open up the oven door. That way the jigs cool off. Hey there, Nick. Welcome in. Okay, so let me go grab that. Woo! That way the lures cool off a little bit faster. We do have more rain coming in this upcoming week. Oh, you're good, man. You're awesome. Okay, let's get this other. I need a yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Mellow yellow. Yeah, we got the neighbors across the street that they're mowing. Mississippi had, when I was fishing, did I miss something? Love your job. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you guys. It's fun doing what I do. It is hard to break into the business, especially if you've never made lures. It's tough. We get a few people that will just join and get into the business. In most cases, they don't make it. I got into it accidentally through an accident, went fishing, you know, shortly after for crappie. And if I would have never got hurt, I probably would have never gone crappie fishing. And so I do thank God for sometimes accidents. And I had never really planned on this being, you know, a full-time job, and it's turned into that, and I'm very grateful. We got a lot of good customers. Oh, it was raining in Mississippi when you're fishing? Yep. My dealings with crappie, a lot of times in early spring, if it's raining, if I'm fishing in an indoor dock, a lot of times they seem like they're biting a little bit more. Seems like the bite's on a little bit better. We got 122 here. Appreciate everyone coming in. Make sure to tap up the likes. Right now we're sitting at 33. We've been carrying 100 people on most of the lives today. Just you know, anywhere from 50 to 100, and it's been staying more at 100 lately. So I'm very fortunate that we've been getting a lot of people today. The last couple of days before, hey, we were sitting at like 40 or 50 people, if that, which is good. You know, it's a good number to hit. But the 4 or 5 days ago, we were hitting around 200. But if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. We try to have drawings every Friday, and we've been having lately. We've been doing subscriber drawings too. So there's going to be a chance that you could win something if you're a subscriber. Hey there, goat. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm working on a mystery jig box. Hey there, Jake. This one has a gold head, has an olive holographic body. It's basically an olive rayon chenille with some, how would I call it, light blue holographic tinsel mixed in it. It is a new age color. It is a new age color. How would I go about getting into fly fishing. I have property in the upper part of Michigan, and I fish a lot, but never fly. I would watch some of these people. I mean, there's Brian, Tice Flies. He's also goes by the Fly Smith. And watch his channel. There's a lot of people in there that fly fish. And if you don't have a fly rod, there are some really good fly rods out there. Fly rods get very expensive. And sometimes the people that fly fish, it's kind of like golfing. And sometimes golfing takes a lot of money. If you're going to get the elite name brand stuff, I don't have the name brand stuff when it comes to fly fishing. But I do okay, you know, and sometimes some of these people get really, really prideful about their, you know, whatever fly rod, whatever, you know, the gear that they use for fly fishing. They're just kind of uppity up with that. I would just go ahead and you could go into it a couple of ways. Get the stuff. Don't spend a lot of money. Watch some videos here on YouTube, and to see how to cast a fly rod and different kind of angles and technique and stuff like that. And then you can also see some of the different baits that are out there. That's one way to do it. Other way is just go on some of these channels where there's people making lures. And I only go fly fishing maybe once a year up that. We don't have any trout up here where I live at, but the time I do go fly fishing, it's usually during the spawning time. The fish are a lot more aggressive, and because of my inadequacies in fly fishing, it makes up for that. So I don't know if that helps. Sometimes I give the scenic route when it comes to giving answers. Sometimes I take the long way around it. Okay, let me go grab a different chenille. You know what? Let me go with a lighter color. Let me go grab one of these light colors over here. Okay, we're going to go with that. Now, let me see if these heads are ready to take off the rack. Oh, these heads came out really pretty. Get that light off. Okay, these are the heads we just painted. These are the black with the red flake in it. Let me see if it'll show up better with another light on. Yeah. Not really pretty. Those are going to be for the Black Widow jigs I'm going to be doing here shortly. Okay, let's get these feathers put up. Guys, again, thank you for coming in. We got 70 people on the channel. We got 39 likes. Let me turn off the notifications real fast. Let me get these turned off. Yeah, I've had the notification tab turned off all day, and it finally ran its course. Yeah, most of the rods are, yeah. I mean, if you're fly fishing. Now, I fly fish I got a fly rod. It's a generic one. But a lot of times I'm using fly lures. I'm talking like 1/80ths, 1/64th ounce. And then I tie little bitty stuff like like little clouser minnows. I also tie up like little mayflies, and I'll use like an 8-foot or a 7-foot rod with real light line on them, and it's kind of a fake fly fishing, but it works for me. My fly rod, and I cannot remember the brand, but it's a 9-footer. I don't know the weight on that, but it works really good. I like it. Now, my wife just texted me a while ago that it's dinner time. She just texted me a minute ago and let me know that it's dinner time. I don't want to miss dinner, but anyway, I'm going to do these 3 lures here, and then I'm going to kind of reevaluate. I may take a break after this and go do some dinner. She made lasagna tonight. I love lasagna. I don't know about you guys. Yep, she made some lasagna tonight. Hey there, Charlene. How are you doing? You're doing okay. Okay. Okay, we're going to do one of the older versions of our cotton candy. This is a cotton candy chenille. It's one of the colors that's out there. I had been using this for years, and then COVID came about. And then when COVID came, Danville quit making this. I don't know if they're making it anymore. This color also is called monkey milk. If once you see this on the body, it also makes for a good monkey milk color too. But when it was designed, about 8 or 9 years ago, when the New Age chenille started making their big, trend. That was a very popular color for cotton candy. Now I'm going to show you our cotton candy here. I think I still have it out. Let's see, do I have it out? I had it out earlier. I hope I didn't knock it over. Huh. We do have a cotton candy. I call it a cotton candy pink. No, I didn't knock it over. Oh, there it is. Yeah, and this one has some of the same characteristics, but it's only on a pink chenille, and so we do sell that color on our website. I don't know if we're going to have garlic bread today. I don't know. Man, you guys are making me hungry. I may have to go eat some dinner here real fast. No, she knows I'm out here, and she knows I do a lot of live streaming, so I should be okay. She doesn't get mad at me or anything. She hardly ever gets mad at me. Okay, there we go, just a little bit of blue. A little bit of blue will do. I saw it looks nice. Thanks. How many different bobbins do I have? I have a bunch sitting on my desk here. Let me count them here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 15 or 16. I have them all threaded up, so I don't like just using one bobbin and then putting a new spool on it every time I switch colors. You can do that if you're making fly fishing lures, because you don't have to switch up. It's not like you're making. A lot of people will use primarily like 4 different colors when they're tying like fly fishing flies, and it's because those thread colors are just they're really good colors. They're just not switching up a whole lot. Me, on the other hand, I like trying to use the color of thread to match either the head or the chenille, because I don't like having my thread exposed on my lures. Oh, there, Dave, yeah. Hey there, Tommy. Yeah, it's just I have them for all the colors. I made these stands a couple of years ago. Now I have a couple of stands that are from Peak, and they're pretty good. And I'm gonna show you one of the Peak stands. We do sell these every so often. It looks just like this. You put your tools in there. I got my bodkin. I have this. I don't use this, but I just show it as a reference illustration, because I used to use glue on when I seal up the final knot. And I have a couple of those on my desk. And then I also have these makeshift ones that I did with basically a 2x2. And then they hold bobbins. You basically drill a hole in here, and you can put your bobbins in there. And it works great. It stands up, doesn't flip over. And, you could just buy a 4-foot or 8-foot piece of that, drill some holes in it, cut it down to where you need it, and then boom, you got yourself a bobbin holder. When I first started, I had a bobbin that was like this, the Terra bobbin. And I started out with just one bobbin and probably two or three colors of, how would I say, sewing thread. I used a lot of sewing thread when I first started tying. And I would have to switch out the different colors every time I wanted to switch colors. And then I just gradually, again, when I started tying and making lures, I was broke. We had no money. I was on workers' comp. I was used to doing my full-time job, and then I was used to making money on the side with whatever side projects. And when I couldn't go back to work, we just didn't have any money. And so I had about $50. I spent some money on making, lure making stuff, and just kept building. As soon as I started tying, I kept catching big fish, and so people would ask what I'm catching them on. I'd show my lures to them, and that's how I got into selling lures. And again, when you're on workers' comp, and my wife at that time wasn't even teaching. She didn't have her degree. She was not a school teacher. So we just did whatever we could to make it. And I did eventually go back to work about a year and a half later, and 4 shoulder surgeries later. And right after that time, the money had kind of dwindled from my workplace. They were basically a government agency, and they had spent all their money. And so they were doing cutbacks. And so I had a crazy idea to start up a barbecue business, and that's what I did. So I did that for a few months, left my job there, got into the barbecue business. And at that time, I was still tying lures, selling them. And we actually had a lot more jig customers than we did barbecue customers. And we had good barbecue. But it just kind of like Brian, Smith and him and his tattoo business. It got to a point where it just made sense for him to go full time into fly tying, and the same thing was with me. It was made more sense. My question, is it worth it? Let me see. Hey, there, I'm debating to start making my own rubber jigs and lures. My worry is that my passion for fishing and making lures will turn more into a hobby addiction rather than a business. I would just start making them. If you sell them, great. You don't have that big of an investment in it, and just grow it from there. Just grow it from there. A lot of times people go into the business thinking they're gonna go full-time into it. I've seen a lot of people, they quit their $70,000 a year job to go into bait making, only to flop, and they're totally bankrupt. They can't pay their bills. They thought they were going to make $50,000 to $100,000 a year, and it just doesn't work out. Now you're the second best lure maker in the world. No, I'm the best right now, David. I've been voted the best for 10 straight years here on K Street. Let's see here, Charlene. When I started, my brother made bobbin out of straw. Really? And some wire, and I used my mom's sewing thread. Sometimes he just mentioned hasn't answered. Has answered my question. Business plan should be start videoing fishing trips and catching. Yeah, that helps out quite a bit. Oh, thank you there, Dave. I say what really helped me out was before this forward-facing sonar, i.e. live scope, I started catching a lot of really big crappie where there weren't any crappie. I was catching 3-pound crappie. I was catching 3-pound crappie when the people that I tied lures for, the guides, tournament anglers, people like that, they weren't catching 3-pound crappie. And in fact, within about 16 months, I caught about 8 3-pound crappie. I started getting calls from radio shows, magazines. At that time, podcasting was brand new. People that wanted to invite me on their podcast. And that sold a lot of lures. And it was a lot of free exposure. I was in the Tulsa World newspaper, Chelsea newspaper. I can't remember if I was I think I was in the Claremore newspaper too. And so that helped me out quite a bit. And again, it just, one of them things where I got a lot of good exposure. And that kind of just really kind of gave me a boost. If you look here on YouTube and look for the Crappie Connection, they did an interview with me, Mr. Brad. Oh, got too much pink. Brad did an interview with me, and that was probably, I think that was 2019, I think. And at that time, I'd been doing it for 8 or 9 years. And we were still, again, I didn't push to grow the business. A lot of the people that did, how would I say? A lot of the people that pursued me, they pursued me. I didn't go out to try to get my name big on the lights. And so it does help when you can put videos out there with you catching fish on your lures. But there was also another company, I'm not going to say the company, but they came to me, and they were actually in Dallas that week. They're not from Dallas, but they came over to me and said, you're Ruben Flores, right? I go, yeah. He said, well, I'd like to talk to you. And he said, we came all the way from Dallas to talk to you about lures. And he had said this, you're the great jig maker. And I'm like, yeah, I guess, and so hey, we want to do something for you. We want to be able to make your packaging for you. We work with the largest companies out there. We design their packaging, and he showed me their packaging that they did. And I looked at it and I thought, oh my goodness, that's like really nice. And the packaging we had a local copy guy make it for us, and we were doing the fold over where you put the plastic bag in it, fold it over, and then you staple it, and which is good. It looked good. I thought it looked good, but they designed this for me, and they were like, you're the best hand-tied jig maker here in the U.S., and we want to help you grow your business. And I said, because at that time we were hitting like number 1 or number 2 here in the U.S. as far as the best hand-tied jigs, crappie jigs. We were hitting those numbers quite a bit, and so anyway, I was really honored to have them, design our lures. At that time, my wife and I were looking at what he wanted to do for us, and we were kind of almost in tears. He was like, your packaging looks like crap. And he didn't use the word crap, but he's like, it looks really bad, but we'd like to do something for you. I gotta go. Okay, I'll catch you later. I just need to make a start and progress. And yeah, just start somewhere, do what you do, learn your weaknesses. If you're going to do a business, get to know where you're weak at and get to know your strengths and try to excel with what you're strong at. And wherever you're weak at, try to learn the craft, get better at what you do, either that or get people to do it. And that way, if you have people that are strong in your weaknesses and they come alongside, you'll go a long way. You'll go a long way. It's just tough to be in the bait world because a lot of times and I'm going to name out some negatives here, so I'm not trying to be negative, but they're just truths. Sometimes you got a great bait, but you don't know how to run a business. And because you don't know how to run a business, you don't last that long. And then sometimes you know how to run a business, but you don't know how to make a bait. And so you can be the best marketer in the world, you could be the best number person in the world, but if your bait is lousy, that's hard to overcome. It helped that I didn't know I was a really good bait maker, and it took a couple of years to people that they wanted to give me a lot of pats on the back, compliments, and I knew, I was like, it's just hard for me to accept these things because, again, it's one thing for me to say and gloat about myself, but then you get put in an article, a magazine, and or if you're like this one company, they did this poll, and it was a nationwide poll, and we were number 1. And then the guy to call me and tell me, hey, we want to put you in our stores. That was really that was pretty cool, So, so you can know how to run a business and have a lousy bait. You can have a really good bait and don't know how to run a business. There's just a lot of different things that take part. You can make a really good bait, but you don't know how to market. And if you don't know how to market, nobody's going to know that you exist, A couple of other things that take, if you get into the hand-tied, you spend a lot of this. What a lot of people do, they'll hire a stable of people to tie jigs. There's one guy nearby, he had about 5 or 6 guys tying jigs for him. But the bad part of that was you got 5 or 6 guys tying up your lures, and the people are going to see that your lures don't look they don't look the same. There's no consistency. And so what that guy did, he was like, okay, you're going to tie my cotton candies, you're going to tie my assassins, you're going to tie my mad chads, and all the mad chads look the same, but you put the mad chad right next to the assassin, and you can tell there were different people tying lures for them. And so anyway, make a long story short, he didn't last that long in the lure business. I've seen a lot of people do that. I've seen one guy, and I'm not going to name his business or anything, but this was years ago. There's an Amish community pretty close by, and he had a lot of Amish ladies tying his lures for him. And so, and he had a lot of money to spend. But who's going to spend $12, $14 for a 3-pack of lures? And so that's how expensive it cost him, and he didn't last that long. So I tie about 80 to 100,000 jigs a year. All the lures, look pretty close, and they're pretty durable. And so with plastics, it's different. You got different formulas of plastisol. But if you do make a recipe for your plastisol, write everything down. Write everything down. That way you have the same recipe for how much you're putting of glitter, how much you're doing this, doing that, and just treat everything like a business. Document everything. I used to take pictures of all my lures, and we keep a lot of them in our cloud, but I keep a lot of how would I say illustrations. I do a lot of illustrations, and I write down, okay, the assassin was a pink head, white body, chartreuse tail, chartreuse flashing, and I did a lot of that because I didn't know how long I'd be around. Just one of them things. We do a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, whatever I share, sometimes it may sound like me bragging on myself, but I just kind of speak from experience. I had to get my nose bloodied, banging into the wrong spots, a lot of road bumps, a lot of speed bumps too, because you want to see something get accomplished a lot faster, and you hit a lot of speed bumps, and it slows you down. One thing is our rod. We were working on our crappie rods forever. We were working on our crappie rods before COVID. And we didn't get these. It took about 4 or 5 years to get the crappie rod down. And we got a 4-footer and a 7-footer. Hopefully this fall we'll have an 8-footer and a 10-footer. And sometimes you just got to let things take their time, let them work themselves out, and have patience. So I love doing what I do. It's a blast to come into work every day. I am in the slow time of the year, so it's a bummer when you look and you go, man, I only got like 50 clicks on the website. Only 50 people went to the website. But the thing is, it's 100 degrees in most of the U.S. It's super hot. A lot of people aren't going out, but usually around the 2nd, 3rd week of September, it'll start picking up, and I'll be complaining that I'm too busy. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure to subscribe. If my information helps you out any, great. Just take it for what it's worth. If it helps you guys out on your business, your hobby, or whatever you want to do, just have fun at it. Make sure to have fun. If you don't have fun at it, you're going to get burnt out. And so just have fun with your lure making hobby or business, and just have a good time. Have a good time catching fish on your own lures. And I would have been happy making lures if it was just me making them for myself, And so anyway, you guys have a good night. God bless you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. You guys be good. Bye-bye.